The Presidency has confirmed that Deputy President David Mabuza has been asked to remain in that position for now to ensure a smooth transition. It comes after he announced his resignation at a funeral over the weekend. Mabuza says he was stepping down to make way for Paul Motshekga, who was elected as the ANC's Deputy President at the party's national conference in December. Motshekga is expected to be sworn in as a Member of Parliament today. To unpack this further, we're joined by ANC MP, Professor Mathole Motshekga, joins us via our video link this morning. Prof, it's great to have you with us on the program. That's the question this morning, isn't it? And how David Mabuza's announcement, even if it was at a private event like a family funeral, perhaps is him going over the head of Cyril Ramaphosa. What's your take?
I think we must understand that Comrade David Mabuza is a politician. He was speaking to his constituency as to how he sees things. But how he sees things cannot take away the prerogative of the president to decide on his cabinet. So I think we must just give him the benefit of the doubt that he was talking to his constituency, and that did not affect the prerogative of the president to decide on his future in the cabinet.
Of course, the flip side of that argument is that David Mabuza being asked to stay in that position to ensure this quote-unquote smooth transition is just another example of President Cyril Ramaphosa and his indecisiveness.
That's far from the truth, because the president has got to take into account the stability of government, the continuity of the programs that are going on, and an abrupt removal of a deputy president can have serious implications for the programs that are ongoing, regarding which the deputy president is hands-on. So it has nothing to do with indecisiveness. Actually, it has to do with his understanding of the workings of government and the importance of stability inside government.
Of course, even this announcement at what was a family funeral over the weekend, Prof, it was not a surprise. It didn't come as a surprise. In fact, David Mabuza signaled as much even after the December elective conference.
You know, there's what we call the law of anticipation. Maybe Comrade the Deputy President anticipated that because he's no longer in the national executive, that would not necessarily mean that he should vacate the position. But serving in the cabinet is a prerogative of the president. It has nothing to do with being in the national executive. So I think he was just anticipating and perhaps went a little bit too far.
So the presidency coming out in response to this announcement made by David Mabuza over the weekend, saying that, this is a quote from the statement, the president has asked that the deputy president remains in his role until such a time as the modalities of his departure and transition have been finalized. What does this transition entail, do you reckon?
You know, this is a wise decision on the part of the president. Because, as I say, government has got to be stable, government has got to continue. And an abrupt redeployment of the deputy president can actually disrupt government and affect government stability. So I think that is a wise decision on the part of the president.
Big week this week for the country with the State of the Nation address. Given just the challenges that we're currently facing in South Africa, Prof, your parting shot as we build up to SONA, which takes place this Thursday.
You know, you will see that the National Conference of the ANC has put together a very strong team reinforced by young blood, and the ANC has held Lekotas and clarified its positions as to where it wants to take the country. And I think this will be a watershed sauna before the 2024 elections, a sauna which will reassure the people of South Africa that there is no political organization that can lead this country to prosperity except the African National Congress.
And of course, looking at the ANC's scorecard will be a big part of this State of the Nation address. Professor Mathole Motshekga, let me thank you for your time this morning. ANC MP joining us this morning as we continue to track the reaction to the Deputy President and his resignation being